I cannot stress this enough. Please don't even think about installing iOS 17 just yet. It doesn't matter how awesome everybody says it is. Actually, people are probably saying how kind of basic it is, to be honest. But there is never a reason why anybody at all should be installing any beta on their device on any phone that they own, including any of their personal devices or even side devices that you might be thinking of using. Now, iOS 17 brought a lot of it brought some cool features, which I'm really happy about. But in particular, what I would recommend doing if I were you, I would just completely avoid installing any version of software right now that is not iOS 16. So if you're going through and if you're installing iOS 17, the beta one, there's 0%, in my head that makes sense at all to basically install that version of software. Now, iOS 17 brought some cool things. It brought the standby feature, it brought some new music things, it brought the splash screen so when somebody's calling you, it looks a little bit nicer. Other than that, it is a very basic update. And on top of that, if you're trying to install this update, you have to remember that you basically have to pay $100 now for a developer beta account. There's no way to kind of circumvent that in a way. Now, another reason why I'm telling people to not install iOS 17 and to actually avoid even looking at ways to install iOS 17 is because of that $100 fee. Paying $100 to Apple, that's one thing, but there are so many scams in so many places that people are downloading fake beta profiles from. And if you even start looking in that direction, you could end up installing malware on your phone. You could basically install a corrupt profile on your device as well. This is an unprecedented year since Apple has now switched away from the beta profiles and now switched over to like on-device profiles that you can even use another Apple ID that you have with a developer beta account, which I think is pretty cool. But please do not install this beta and don't even look at ways to install the beta, because if you start clicking on some links, chances are you may install a faulty profile or a malicious beta profile on your device, and you may end up causing some issues on your phone. They could somehow take data from your phone. Who knows? I doubt that something like that's going to happen, but just don't even look at ways to install it. It's just no point. You're really not missing out on two features on top of that, too many features on top of it. It's pretty much the same thing. In fact, when I installed iOS 17 yesterday, I was kind of scrolling through and I was like, wow, this thing looks basically the same as iOS 16. Like it could have just been like a 16.6 update or 16.7 update. There was no visual changes. iOS 16 was a big visual change, but iOS 17, very, very small minor changes. So overall, what I'd recommend telling you is please do not install iOS 17 and please don't even look at ways to install iOS 17. Wait until it officially comes out in September, and that would make way more sense to do than installing it right now. So that pretty much covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I got you guys in the next video. Peace out.